On the question of the murder of Dr. Kyalo Mbobu, this is a very sad thing that has happened in our country. It is akin to what happened also to Honorable Ngondo Were. I feel very sad because, as you may want to know, Mr. Mbobu was my teacher and my friend. And we, apart from that, the fact that he taught me, we also worked together. So it's a very sad thing to see him being killed in such a very heinous manner. It's a terrible thing that happened in our country, that someone assassinated or killed a very prominent, hard-working citizen of this republic who was going about his business peacefully. We do not know the motive yet. So I start by saying my condolences to the family of Dr. Kyalo Mbobu. He was a wonderful man. He was, I can say, one of my best teachers. Anybody who studied evidence at the University of Nairobi School of Law remembers his diligence, commitment, hard work, and clarity of mind. Very eloquent, very knowledgeable, and has left a big legacy in our country, particularly in the legal profession. His book on evidence and his research and works on the field of law shall always be remembered in this country for many, many years. I feel very sad, by the way, about that incident, and I am very interested in knowing what exactly happened in this situation, just like many Kenyans are, but also I am in a position of responsibility, and we have been in touch with the DCI since this issue has happened, and I am happy to note that there is some progress that has been made. Some persons of interest have been identified, that those persons of interest are being interrogated, and many others are going to be sought. I pray that the DCI is going to be successful. We thank the eyewitnesses who have already come out, who are in the scene, and many other Kenyans of goodwill who are giving information to the DCI. I encourage more Kenyans to come forward and assist in the process. Anybody who knew anything that is related to this a very heinous act to come out, because it is in the interest of us in the security sector and the people of Kenya that the truth comes out and we get to know exactly what happened in this situation. And I am very optimistic that in a very short while we will have very good leads as far as this issue is concerned. I just want to say that it is not in our interest to only resolve cases that are involving prominent persons or persons who are known to us or persons who are our friends or who are holding high office. This is the same speed that must be applied in every case, including the chief who was murdered, assistant chief who was murdered in this county. When such cases of crime happen, we want to see that the DCI moves with speed to unravel the mystery behind such acts. So from my office, from myself as a person, I continue extending my condolences to his family, and I promise that we will do everything to make sure that justice is served and that the perpetrators are arrested and brought before the court of law. I am happy that all resources are being expended to make sure that this issue is resolved. The question of gender-based violence and defilement. Defilement is very, very, very prevalent in this region. Western region of where we were last, as up to last week, also has a high prevalence of defilement. Here also has a very high prevalence of defilement. And as I said before, these criminal activities are also encouraged by societal challenges, especially cultural activities, people who are not, and also people who are not willing to voice out these issues. Sadly, these are crimes that go unreported in most cases. Family members are not willing to cooperate because it's family members who are perpetuating this act. So there is incest and defilement at the same time. And it's only that we get these statistics through non-governmental organizations and hospitals when these children are being treated. I encourage the public, I will be speaking to the chiefs today, to be more proactive through barazas and to take steps to make sure that they report all cases of defilement in their locations and push for a friendly environment for witnesses to be able to come forward to make sure that these acts are dealt with. Our children are suffering in silence, and they are suffering because adults are acquiescent in these very terrible acts. I just want also to say, coupled with that, is gender-based violence, particularly FGM. FGM is very, very prevalent in the most parts of this county, especially the Kuria side. And I want to say that there is almost societal acceptance and fear among Ngao officials, political leaders. Nobody wants to face this problem head-on. And I want to say that, again, I have instructed our security teams to take the necessary legal measures to enforce the law, because that is their responsibility. And again, I will be speaking to the chiefs to make sure that this issue is dealt with. Once you become a public official, a police officer, chief, I have told them that they must not be held hostage to acts of stereotypes, where you come to this county, you've come to serve as a police officer, and you are told it's normal to have FGM. There is nothing normal to have anything that is against the law. We are violating our children, and then it leads to early marriages, leads to sexually transmitted diseases, prevalence of HIV and AIDS. So we must be able to deal with this issue and deal with it decisively, because it is our duty to protect the citizens. We have resolved today that the Inspector General of Police, herein represented by the Deputy Inspector General, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, is going to, they are going to carry out intelligence-led operations to make sure that all the illegal firearms are removed from hands of civilians. That is an extremely important exercise to be done. We have succeeded elsewhere, even in more difficult areas where we are dealing with banditry. There is no reason why here in Migori and Narok we should not be able to get illegal firearms from civilians. Those who are carrying out, who have illegal firearms, are going to be profiled. There will be targeted operations. They will be summoned. They will be sought individually. We want to carry out an operation that is not going to hurt innocent and illegal and innocent women, children, and members of public. It will only be dealing with the people who are holding firearms illegally. It is therefore I'm extending an olive branch to all those who have illegal firearms to surrender immediately to the next police station and hand over their firearms to the government, to the police, failure to which they will be, when the government comes for them, they will, I hope that they will not find themselves in the situation of regret as a result of the work that the National Police Service is going to do to deal with this issue. There are serious security challenges that we continue to witness in Migori County, particularly between the Migori County and the Narok County. And this is the question of land. The fight, particularly around Angata Barekoi land issue, continues to be a matter of great concern. Land disputes, particularly the fight between communities in Narok and here in Migori, is between the Kuria, the Maasais, and the Kipsigis at the border there, continues to pose security challenge. It is a matter of great concern to us at the national level. This conflict is also complicated by the fact that there are persons who have acquired illegal firearms, which are used to perpetuate crime. We are very sad to note that some of these illegal firearms have led to killing of public officers and also citizens. And just a few weeks ago, we lost our assistant chief in this county as a result of attacks that were perpetrated by criminals who have illegal firearms. From our security committee, we know and we are aware that the Ministry of Lands is working hard to resolve the question of land. We continue to provide support in terms of alternative dispute resolution mechanism, peaceful resolution of land disputes through barazas and conversation with the members of the public. But we want to request the members of the public to become patient and use peaceful means, both court processes and alternative dispute resolution mechanisms that can resolve this matter amicably. You are aware, and we are all aware, that there is also some work that is being done by Ministry of Lands based on the decisions that were made by the courts and to reach an amicable solution on the question of land. I must say that land issues and also theft of livestock, there is also an issue between among communities between Narok and this county, and that again has led to the same problem, the same acquisition of illegal firearms and misuse of firearms, or not just misuse, but use of those illegal firearms to kill people, perpetuating cattle theft. Livestock theft is also a matter of great concern. The problem we have in this region and county is particularly the issue of goons. We have various goons that are actually misused by various political leaders in political activities, and some have almost graduated to level of being gangs with structured leadership across the region. Whereas youth organizing themselves in any manner is not illegal by itself. It is the problem of being misused for illegal purposes, causing violence in meetings, particularly public barazas and particularly funerals, is something of great concern. It is an issue that we addressed in the western part of the country, and we continue to address also in this county. Again, I appreciate the political leaders who in the past, pursuant to the request of the security team, have been willing to de-escalate these issues. I thank the religious leaders who have held meetings also with the security team here and have prayed for peaceful county and region, and have been also carrying out sensitization during their religious ceremonies to make sure that this issue is de-escalated. I want to request to young people not to be available to be misused for criminal activities, and we shall be continuing engaging leaders. Those who will be involved in criminal activities shall be arrested and charged in a court of law, and it's in our desire that some of these goons do not escalate to the point where they are a threat to national security, and we must be able to dismantle those who are engaged in those activities. Challenges that come with being a border county, and that is smuggling of illegal goods, porous border points that make it impossible for the government to get revenue for trade that is across the border. Again, we also have challenges that are related to drugs and illicit substance that are being smuggled across the border. I must say that here, again, there has been a request from the county security team to increase the border patrol unit officers to assist and strengthen the existing border points in Isebania and Muru Bay, but also there is a request that we must have government presence in a few other border points that have been requested to make sure that those areas are manned and that there is a level of accountability insofar as revenue, and also sealing the loopholes that lead to illicit goods being brought in. In terms of, as such, therefore, we are going to increase border patrol unit officers. We are going also to make sure that those border points, extra border points, are going to be manned. by having presence of government in those areas and multi-agency level. That includes KRA, KEBS, and other units that are assisting us to make sure that this is sorted. Challenges that come with being a border county, and that is smuggling of illegal goods, porous border points that make it impossible for the government to get revenue for trade that is across border. Again, we also have challenges that are related to drugs and illicit substance that are being smuggled across the border. I must say that here, again, there has been a request from the county security team to increase the border patrol unit officers to assist and strengthen the existing border points in Isebania and Muru Bay, but also there is a request that we must have government presence in a few other border points that have been requested to make sure that those areas are manned and that there is a level of accountability insofar as revenue and also sealing the loopholes that lead to illicit goods being brought in. In terms of, as such, therefore, we are going to increase border patrol unit officers. We are going also to make sure that those border points, extra border points, are going to be manned by having presence of government in those areas and multi-agency level. That includes KRA, KEBS, and other units that are assisting us to make sure that this is sorted.